Hey folks, Jack Moves in the lab as usual. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how I write songs. So when I rebooted this channel and started doing weekly videos, I got one request was from my man Viktor, who said he'd be interested in seeing how I wrote my material or got inspiration or influences from. So I'm gonna do a little demonstration. I'm gonna go from nothing and kind of build something up, an original idea. Hopefully it's good. So just to real quick show you what I'm working with, it is not much, but it is a 21st century rig, that is to be sure. We got our MacBook Pro right here. What's up? New edition. By no means am I using it to its fullest capacity or anything like that, so that shouldn't scare anyone away in case they are interested in trying this kind of thing for themselves. And then we got these guys right here. We got the the Rocket KRK Rocket 6s. I am not a gear person at all. I got these from a friend who was selling them, and they do the job for me. They're just studio monitors, so your stuff sounds halfway good and you get a sense of what the overall spectrum of what you're hearing is. More important for mixing and just for getting the overall picture. With writing, right off the bat, I'll tell you, I've written entire records inside of the Starbucks or various other cafes. But let's just go ahead and get started on this. I'll bring up the screen recording and we'll just we'll try some stuff out, and we'll start with drums. How about that? So what I'm gonna work with now is I'm gonna start with drums. This is a really typical way to kind of start something. The drums kind of form the majority of the foundation of a song, typically. So I have this new track or set of tracks recorded kindly by my friend Josh. It's a meters-inspired drum groove, and it sounds pretty awesome. Here's a little bit of it. Yep. Where's that feel, Josh? All right, there you go. So I've got this stuff to work with, and what I just had this idea with doing this was to see if I might chop it up, which is something I can do quite easily in this recording program. I'm using Ableton Live 9. It's not, the specifics aren't really important. The most important thing is you have a bass that you're working off of, and drums are often, for me, just as well as a lot of people, are the first thing you go for, especially in loop-based music, because you can put everything over top of it. It's often referred to as the bed track. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop these guys up, and we'll see what comes of it. So what I have now done is I have now singled out individual hits on everything that I want to use. This is a very simple case study, and they're individual samples. So as you saw in the original recording, which I took these from, there were many hits, and I boiled that down to 6 or 7 different ones. We've got the kick drum, that's our low guy, the snare 1, and we've got an auxiliary snare sound between those two. That's the overhead, super loud right now. We can take the gain down on that. And what else? We've got a crash cymbal right there. These are more accent related things. The most important thing out of any of these is the kick and the snare. So we want to start with those, and we might even finish with those, who knows, just so you get a sense of what we go with. I tend to write slow things, and I've learned that people respond better to up-tempo kind of numbers. So perhaps if I like a tempo like around 115 because it's something I'm still like, I don't know, I'm still feeling out. It sounds like this at this speed. So, you know, if you can imagine. Or all right, let's try that. 1 bar loop right there. Let's see if we can get some life out of that. Adjust things just a little bit. So I'm hearing something pertaining to ghost notes. This might sound really artificial, but that's okay. 30-second notes maybe. How about that? No, what I mean is move this guy over a little bit. Change the velocity so it doesn't sound so artificial. You know, it sounds like a computer. Well, I mean, it's natural hits, but it sounds like a computer, but whatever. Let's add some hi-hats throughout that. We'll do something like that. How about that? That was fun. I dig it. Okay, hold up. Let's loop this. We're getting to New Jack Swing territory. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Maybe let's give it. Let's have a 2, an A and a B. If I can get the choked hi-hat to work. Dun 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 dun. All right, I'm feeling good about that. Let's just throw in some stock reverb, a little bit, and a little less of our lows. Let's turn this cake down. Man, thank you, Josh, for these drums. This rules. You should make more of these subtleness sample packs or something, man. This is really cool. I don't always get to do this. Okay, so you know, why not add some bass? Yeah. All right. So